So the scout has to be the evil. I love it. Let's go. And we're very Halloween-y. Okay, so we have only game mode to pick from. Standard. Reach the final village and die as few times as you can along the way. Each village unlocks new unique characters. Ascension. Best score, none. There is one evil among all characters. Find and kill it. Let's go. If this is a lot of reading, I'm gonna have a hard time. This is your deck. Those characters can be drawn and appear in your current game. Okay. So we have 4 villagers. And 1 minion. This is not 4. This is 5. This is 5, not 4. I'm confused. And a minion. Click anywhere to close. Oh, can I read all of them? Learn 1 good character. Learn how many evil characters I'm adjacent to. If I'm evil or corrupted, I'm easy. Learn how far from me is the nearest evil. Learn if closest evil to me is clockwise or counterclockwise. Learn equidistant if evils are at the same distance from me. I lie in the skies. Okay. Blind deck. Pin deck view to board. You can click on cards to reveal their characters. This is character info. Use it to deduce who is evil. Most characters activate after review. But be careful, evil characters will lie about their role and info. But can I not see that they're evil because their card is red? Find and execute 1 evil character. Start executing suspected evil characters. Click to see cards in your deck. When hover over, you see information like bluffs used by kill characters, info from previous days, or order in which cards were revealed, and my health. Okay. 2 is good. Okay, 1 evil adjacent to her. I am 1 card away from the closest evil, so this is the evil. How do I... In this mode, you can kill suspected evil characters. So I unlocked a lover. Do I want it? I guess so. Village is safe. All evil characters have been executed. Okay. Sounds simple enough. New characters unlocked. Learn a good character in this role. Do I pick one? No. Pick 1 character, learn if they're lying. Oh, interesting. So we have all of these on the deck. I am good. If I'm evil, I am easy. Okay. 2 cards away from the closest evil. So none of these. No, this is not evil. No evils adjacent to me. So this is the evil one. 6 is a real confessor. I already knew that. Do I... Like, flipping cards does what for me? 6 is good. 5 is evil, right? A wretch. I register as a random evil minion to other characters. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want you on my deck. Learn 3 characters, only 1 is evil. Okay. 1 is a real median. Like, why do I flip the cards? What does flipping the cards do for me? And why would they not be flipped all already? If I flip the evil one, is that bad for me? I can draw. Ooh. Flipping the evil one isn't necessarily bad. But why am I flipping cards? One is evil. 1, 3, or 5. Characters with arrow down can click on this character to activate it. Oh, get it. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Okay, but the wretch says that she registers as a random evil to other characters, but she is not evil. No evils adjacent to me. 2 cards away from the closest evil. So the wretch is evil. Is that it? Saying the truth. Okay, so the median is evil. But what I don't understand from the hunter is if he is 2. Oh yeah, there's a little arrow that shows up on the wretch when I hover over him. So maybe he is seeing the wretch as an evil because she registers as one, but she's an evil, and the evil is the median. Yay! So we get a new skin for the medium, antler ghost. I don't want that, I want to keep that one. Nice! I lie and disguise, and the jester. Pick 3 characters, learn how many of them are evil. So the same thing as the other one. Only I can't pick the characters. Okay, the wretch. I am 1 card away from the closest evil, so he's possibly registering her as an evil, but she is not. 4 is a real empress. 1 is evil, 1, 2, or 8. Okay, so the wretch may be evil. The closest evil is counterclockwise. It's the same distance of the wretch either way to the enlightened. No evils adjacent to her. I believe her. The jester tells us to pick 3 characters, so can I pick the wretch? And the hunter? There is 1 evil among these 3. Okay, it has to be the wretch. Oh, I can mark cards. Oh, that's good. Interesting. Yeah, because no one mentioned the median as being an evil. Oh, she has the antler. The deer antlers on her head, so that's why the ghost had the antlers. Okay, I think the wretch is evil. Most killed characters reveal their true role. So she was not the evil. Check what 8 says. For whom? Oh yeah, because the Enlightened says that the closest evil is counterclockwise, and then the wretch couldn't be because she's equidistant. Like, who do you want me to check with the judge? The hunter is evil. Someone who you think is confirmed good. I think both the medium and the hunter, because there's two evil characters. So I think both of these, I think the hunter is telling the truth and the medium is evil because he is one card away from her. And among 1, 2, and 8, there's one evil, has to be the hunter. Oh, I did the Jester and the Empress. They're doing the same thing, that's bad. And if there's no evil adjacent to the lover, then none of these are evil. If the closest evil is counterclockwise, it makes sense that either one of these are. So let me check the hunter. It's saying the truth. Yeah, so she's evil. She wasn't evil. The minion and the twin minion were evil. And they were... I forgot what characters they were. One less hard low. Unless hard lose current score and restart the run. Oh, I get it. There are 2 evils among all characters. Find and kill them. Okay. Okay. Calm down. Sorry if this game isn't for you. No, I do like these kinds of games. It just takes me a while to adjust. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. So look at this. Maybe this and this one are evil. So we put orange ones and then... The Jester, we can pick characters. We have 2 judges, which is good. The closest evil is equidistant, which would tell me that the judge is evil. If number 3 is telling the truth. Because there's 2 characters confirming that. The confessor says, I'm good. And if she's evil, she says that she's dizzy. So I would say that she's good. The gem crafter tells me that 4 is good. So that's confirming the confessor. I register as a random evil minion to other characters. Yeah, but she isn't registering to anybody, it doesn't look like. So let's check the enlightened. They're lying. So the other judge is not an evil. So we actually don't know. So maybe the Jester is evil. Okay, now we can use the other judge to check for the Jester. Actually, we can check for Hunter. Because if he confirms, if the Hunter confirms, we know that the Jester is evil. Eight is lying, the Jester is not evil. Everything is so confused. Why can people lie? Bluffs used by killed characters. Okay, I don't understand the eye thing. Maybe these 2 are evil. Oh, it bugs me that these two are telling lies. Because maybe they are evil. Let me use the Jester on these guys. The Wretch, the Gem Crafter, and the Confessor. But will that leave me with... There's one evil. But will the thing of the Wretch that registers as a random evil to other characters make the Jester do a false positive? Because now I can't rely in any of these ones and I have no more information from them. I don't know how to play this game. I should have used the judges in one of these ones. Because then I would know. Why would people lie? Like... The Jester sees one evil because of a wretch. Yeah, okay, so... At least you're learning. Am I? Am I learning? So we know that these two are good. And another thing, because all of them can lie. If I use the judge to judge somebody else, will the judge lie? How do I know that the judge is telling the truth? Can the jester tell on itself? Because the hunter might be lying. If they're not evil, why would they lie? Why would they lie? Is it... Are the evil people the ones that lie? And if not, why would villagers lie? Villagers can't lie. So these two are evil. No. No, they're not. Not yet, anyway, they lied. Like, why would a hunter lie? If he's not evil. I don't like it. But now I know that one of the judges is evil. Someone else lied. What do you mean? Because I have the... You're telling me that the judge lied then. Oh my god. This is so complicated. Oh, Bombardier. Can't die. Lose if you execute me. But only if she's not evil. I love the little hand icon on the mouse. Okay, so there's two evils again. I don't know why flipping the cards is a mechanic. And one evil adjacent to me. Okay. Let's start tagging. One evil adjacent to her. The wretch registers as an evil. I'm good. I have the gem crafter telling me that 3 is good. Or 3. So we have 2 people confirming the confessor. Now, if we use the jester for the lover and the judge, what does the judge learn if they're lying? So the lover, this lover and this judge. And since I want to know if there is one of them who is an evil, I want to go for the wretch. Because I know that the wretch will get registered as an evil. So if there's only one evil, then I know that none of these are evil. Strat. There are 2 evils. Yeah, so there's 1 evil here. So the lover's telling the truth. This one. And the wretch is innocent. Strats. Now I want to know if this lover is lying. Because if she is, then she is the evil that's adjacent to this lover. But if she's telling the truth, that's a paradox. Because if she's telling the truth, the judge will say that she's telling the truth, and then none of them will be evil. So if the if the judge says that she's lying, I love it. If the judge says that the lover is lying, he is the evil one. Because if he says that she is telling the truth, then she's not a villager. She's not an evil. And the judge is telling the truth. So he's not an evil. So there's no way for the judge to say that she is telling the truth. But she is if she is lying, I want to see what happens. 7 is lying. If he says that if he says that she is lying and he is telling the truth, she is evil. If he is lying, then she's telling the truth. So I need to know about the gem crafter. Oh my god. What else can I do now? Because I have no other options. Maybe I did the wrong thing. Maybe I picked the wrong strat. 1 good character. 3 is good. That doesn't help me. I guess we need to try to kill the gem crafter. Because if she is evil and we get to kill her... No, because she's telling that 3 is good, so she's telling the truth. So there are no evils next to the lover. So she is lying. Oh! I'm sorry. And now we know that the judge is good as well. Okay, and now we know that the knight is the other one. So my strat did pay off. Oh, we have another evil. You cannot reveal the last card. A lionite disguise. Learn how far a specific evil is to another closest evil. Scout. Oh, Jon Snow? You're almost there. I did it! I did it! Thank you. Okay. Cannot reveal something is blocking me. Okay. So just because I have this on my deck, I cannot open the last card? 1 evil adjacent to me. So it may be that these 2 are evil, but we don't know yet. Which is 1 card away from the closest evil. Specific evil is to another closest evil. Where's the witch? There's no witch. So this is a witch. And it's 1 card away from the closest evil. So this will be the closest evil, the jester. And the Empress is telling us that 1 is evil, 5, 7, or 8. So 5, 7, or 8. And 3 is telling us that 2 is a real judge. Lots of info. You can review it after you kill the witch. So I'm on 5, 7, and 8. If there's only one evil here, and the Empress is telling the truth, then the scout is lying. 5, 7, or 8. No, that doesn't make sense. 2 is a real judge. But what will we use the judge for? 5, 7, or 8 are evil. The thing about the and card away confuses me because 2 cards away for me is like 2 cards away from the scout for me is the Empress. Because that's 1, 2, and then the next one is the Empress. That's 2 cards away. And I don't remember if that is how it's doing the thing here, or if 2 cards away is the judge because he is the second card from the scout. You know? Does it make sense? Like this says that the witch is 1 card away from the closest evil. 1 card away means that it's the next card? Or does it mean that we just keep 1 card and then the next card is 1 card away? The next card. So 1 card away is the next card. Let's say that... Can I clear all the tags at once? Yeah. Oh, not all of them. Let's consider this. 5, 7, and 8. One of them is evil. If that's true, and the lover is evil, then 7 is not. And the Empress is telling the truth. But now there's no way for the scout to be telling the truth. So he will be, or they will be, evil as well. And the bombardier will be good. If the Empress is not telling the truth, or if the lover is telling the truth, and 7 is evil, the Empress is telling the truth, and the bombardier is good. And now the jester is bad, because the witch is 1 card away from the closest evil, so these 2 have to be evil. Now, if the lover is telling the truth, and the Empress is evil, then none of these are evil. And that could happen. And now the judge... Yeah, that doesn't work. Because now the judge has to be evil if the scout is telling the truth. And then the medium will be lying as well. So that doesn't work. Unless the scout is telling lies. Which could very well happen. So let's check for the scout. He's lying. I killed a witch! Woohoo! I love that you can hover and do the tags with the keyboard. Now we know that 8 is good and someone here is evil. Right? Because we know that these 2 are good. This one is good. This one is telling the truth. And if she is telling the truth, and 8 is telling the truth, this one is bad and this one is true. So we use the gesture now. But why? Gotta use it purposefully. Because what other situation do we have here that we have to check for? If the Empress is lying, then she is evil. And now we're looking at 5, 7, and 8. And none of them are evil. So let's look at these 3. Zero evil, so the Empress is lying. Nice! Bah! One fake outcast is added to the deck view. I like this, guys. I love it. I love it. It's really involved. Like you gotta really think about it. But it's really good. Nope. There's a witch. A witch! Okay, so the closest evil is equidistant. Will make the confessor evil. But the confessor is saying that they're good, and if they're evil, they say they're dizzy. The knight never serves any purpose. Bah is 3 cards away from the closest evil. If the scout's telling the truth, let's think about this. Let's think about the enlightened and the scout. I'm loving this. If the scout and the enlightened, if both of them are telling the truth, then the confessor is evil. Now, how can someone else be evil and be 3 cards away from her? Only the Empress could. Because if the scout is evil, then he's lying on himself. If the confessor is evil. Because he is 3 cards away from the confessor. And now the Empress is telling us that 1 is evil, 1, 2, or 5. So it could be the confessor. 2 or 5. Can 5 be evil? If 5 is evil, then 1 and 2 are good. And the scout could be telling the truth. Except that they are saying bah. And we know that the wretch registers as an evil minion. But the closest evil one is the enlightened. If the scout wasn't saying bah, then I could think that the enlightened was evil and the wretch as well. But the wretch cannot be evil. Because they're outcast. Right? So the enlightened cannot be evil. Unless the knight is evil. But if the enlightened and the knight are evil, then the Empress would have to be as well. Because then she will be telling lies. So the enlightened is good. And we know that the confessor is bad. And the Empress is also telling the truth. Because we know the confessor is. But now the scout is telling him himself. And that would be a paradox if he's telling the truth. Unless the closest evil could be himself. Because then the confessor would be 3 cards away. But then he will be telling the truth. And then he could not be evil. So let's go back to... But it won't be effective all the time, as you might see later. What? What won't be effective all the time? Hitting the knight. It won't be effective all the time. My message got deleted. Oh, is it because of moderation? Maybe, possibly. I'm sorry about that. Did you say kill in the night? And then the message got deleted. Like you're telling me that I should kill just to check? I'ma check the enlighten. Because now we have a double issue. Because if the enlightened is bad, the judge has to be bad as well. And that makes the scout bad as well. So the enlightened for sure is good, and the judge as well, and the confessor is bad. And now we know that the empress is telling the truth. And that the scout is bad. I was right in my deduction. Oh, I was wrong. The confessor isn't bad. What? What? Buy 3 cards away from the closest evil. So it has to be the judge, but that doesn't make sense. Because if the judge... I mean, the scout was counting the closest evil as themselves. Confessor is very, very blunt. Because they have the dizzy thing. But I wouldn't trust it. I guess that's the issue on you making a game in which cards can lie. Like, how do I know when they can lie and when they cannot? Because the thing is telling me that if they are evil, they say I'm dizzy. But the judge has a power of telling other people that they are lying or not. But then he can lie. That doesn't... Like, it's not... It causes confusion. Okay, now we know that the enlightened is bad. Because the judge is telling the truth. Because if the judge is not telling the truth, the witch would be. And then both of these will be bad. I'm very confused. Equidistant if evils are at the same distance from me. Not if an evil is at the same distance from both sides. That is another thing that could be ambiguous and isn't a good clue. Learn if closest evil to me is clockwise or counterclockwise, or equidistance if evils are the same distance from me. Don't like it. Let's do another one. There are 2 evils among characters. Find and kill them. Okay. No witches. Okay, 5 is a real jester. Closest evil is counterclockwise. 1 is evil. 1, 2, or 6. Let us go. Nope. Here. 1 evil adjacent to me. 6 is good. Okay. D. I love the new skin of her kissing the pumpkin. Let's think about the Empress with these guys. If the gem crafter is bad, that breaks the Empress clues. The Empress clue, because if she's bad, Then we know that the median is bad. And now the Empress would have to be bad as well. Because now there's 2 evils and not 1 only among the people that she is talking about. So if the Empress is telling the truth, then the gem crafter can only be good. The median is saying that 5 is a real jester. If she's bad, then the jester is bad. And the Empress is telling the truth, and these guys don't matter. But now the Enlightened is lying, because the closest evil would not be counterclockwise, so the median has to be good as well. If the Empress is telling the truth, the judge has to be bad. So we would have to see if the judge lies. And if the Empress is telling the truth, the judge has to be lying. And then the lover will be lying as well. Because the Enlightened would have her as the closest evil, and then the judge will be the evil for this. So let's see. The lover and the judge. And someone that we're sure is good. That's the gem crafter. Right? Or maybe the Enlightened. There's 1 evil. So that doesn't work. So the one lying is the Empress. And the Enlightened. Because now there's no evils here. Let me know if the Empress is lying. Yeah. That was easier. Am I learning? Pick 1 character. If evil picked executed, learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. Good. Oh, I get back my hearts. And I reached the sanction. What does that mean? There's 1 evil. Oh, so now it gets harder? I have a scout, enlightened, hunter, medium, a wretch, and a witch. It shows how many villages you currently saved without a fail. Oh, so because I didn't have any mistakes on the last one, then I reached the sanction. Oh, I have a witch here. Okay, I'm 1 card away from the closest evil if the wretch is being registered by him. A witch is 3 cards away from the closest evil. The closest evil is counterclockwise, so the scout and the median is telling the truth. The scout is evil. And then the hunter is telling the truth. And then the scout is telling him himself. No, that would be true. If he's telling him himself and the witch is here. Because now the scout is lying. So if the witch is here and he is the closest evil, unless the wretch is being considered the closest evil. Oh, there's only 1 evil. I was thinking about 2. Okay, so this guy is telling the truth because he's thinking about the wretch. So the scout has to be the evil. I love it. Okay. Poisoner. 1 adjacent villager is corrupted. If possible, I lie in a disguise. Learn how far I am from closest corrupted card. Okay, what do corrupted characters mean? 2 cards away from corrupted characters will lie and their ability will not work. I'm 2 cards away from corrupted character. So it would have to be the neither. 2 pairs of evil. Okay, so the neither for sure is corrupted. So we consider that useless. Now the median is telling us that 7 is a real jester, and the scout is telling us that Bai is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Oh, the confessor. Okay, so now we know that the scout is telling the truth. And the median is lying. No, the median couldn't be lying, because then both her and the jester will be evil, and we have 1 evil here already. So if the scout... Are corrupted characters evil? Should I kill them? The game isn't explaining stuff very well. Because if the scout's telling the truth, the wretch is considered an evil. And then the bard will be evil. Corrupted characters are not evil. Back to it. If the scout's telling the truth, it considers the wretch evil. And then the bard will have to be evil. So the scout is lying. I think I'm getting it. Fortune teller. Oh, the illustrations are so good. I love the style. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them are evil. Learn that 1 out of 2 characters is a specific minion role. Learn that 1 out of 2 characters is a specific minion role. Okay. Okay. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Closest evil is equidistant, which would mean that either these 2 are evil or these 2 or these 2. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Which could be the judge or the empress. The empress, this is getting harder. What does this mean? Higher number, higher difficulty. Yeah, it gets harder. Run ends after village 12, but you can keep playing at max difficulty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play more of this. But I also have Scenic Cross that I'm kind of addicted to. Okay, learn if any of them is evil. Let's cross the Empress with the Enlightened. The Empress is talking about 5, 6, and 7. If 7 is evil, that breaks Enlightened. So if the Bard is evil, Enlightened is evil as well. If 6 is evil, the Fortune Teller has to be evil. And the Empress is telling the truth. That's fine. If 5 is evil, which they can't be, because I can't kill the Bombardier. So the only possible one is the Enlightened. Or the Empress should be telling the truth. And we know that the Gem Crafter is good. If the Enlightened is telling the truth. Unless 7 is evil. If 7 is evil, the Enlightened is not telling the truth. That could be. In either case, to the gem crafter is always good. So we know that the Empress is good. But if the bard is bad, then this one has to be bad as well. And we would have 3 people who are evil, so the bard cannot be evil. Can a character be corrupted and other characters say that they're good? Will lie in their ability will not work, but other characters will still consider them to be good? Let me learn if any of these are evil. None of them are evil. Which means these 2 have to be evil. If the enlightened send the truth. And we have our 6 who is evil. But now the bard is... I guess the judge would have to be corrupted. I think these 2 are evil. Wrong. Okay, so we know that the closest evil is counterclockwise. And it has to be the enlightened. And the bard. But if the bard... This is too hard. If the bard is telling the truth. And the Empress is lying, but is not evil. Then neither the bard, nor 6, nor 5. So the bard is telling the truth. And she's corrupted. And she's telling the truth. So I guess the other enlightened has to be evil. One adjacent villager is corrupted. Yeah, I forget about that. Like, I will never keep that in mind. When I think, oh, is there a poisoner in the deck? And then think that someone is corrupted. But now we know that the judge is evil. Three saying the truth, yeah. Oh, the play doctor. Oh, I love the illustrations. One good villager is corrupted. Pick one character. If it's corrupted, learn an evil character. Villagers to the left and right of me are cured from corruption. Learn how many I cured. Interesting. Range 2 is a 2 to each side. Or 1 to each side, and that's 2 range. I make things so much more complicated than they should be. Make sure to check the deck. Yeah. That is a lot of information. If it's corrupted, learn an evil character. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here, but I love the game.